like wastewater and like rooftops and those.
Okay. There we go. Grom said he would be joining me, so he might be here in a minute. But, you never know. Let's see. Hapsterkind. Oh, wait. I just clicked continue. I don't know what that's gonna... That might take me to the introduction mission that I don't want to do. Oh no, Fog on the Rain. Okay. That's cool. Probably. I don't know where it is. Welcome to Duisburg. When this train is used at Duisburg and then operate a westbound S-Bahn service as far as Essen. Got it. Nope, not that. Essen. There you go. Essen. Boom. Okay. Is everything else cool? Okay. Passenger lights, cab light, headlights. Put on the high beam. Window heating. Sander. The Detroit of Germany. Spotlight dimmer. Okay. Insert the reverser key. I'll just follow the instruction, otherwise it might lock me out if I just do stuff in the wrong order. Sometimes it's weird like that. Turn on the gauge lights. Let's see, I already did this. Where's the parking? Where is the parking? Oh yeah, it's over here. There we go. Want to make sure all that's done. Just a second. Yay.
Hello.
Hello.
It is I.
Nice of you to join me.
Yeah, I am a very nice guy. Hello, Mr. Hanson. So what's everyone up to today?
I'm pretty fucking tired. I went to a castle museum today.
Wow. What castle?
It was Näs Slott.
Hmm.
It's a mansion built by some rich dude in the late 19th century who thought that you could solve all the world's problems by teaching everyone woodworking.
Oh.
So he set up a school for woodworking. and people came to it from all around the world. And he wrote a book about how woodworking is gonna make. It was that kind of like teach the working class good morals, that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
how to pull yourself up by the bootstraps by learning how to make butter knives.
Oh yeah. I mean, great timing too, right there in the industrialization when
Yeah,
you
when
know.
no one does woodworking anymore. I mean, that was probably part of the reason why he was so into it, because it's like, oh, the ancient, beautiful art of woodworking is going away because of industrialization, so we gotta set up a school to teach people woodworking. But you know how in woodworking class in schools, to this day, we still make like wooden butter knives. That is basically thanks to that dude.
Really?
Yeah. His name was oh, I had the Wikipedia page open, but I closed it. His name was Otto something. Solomon? Otto Solomon?
Hmm.
Solomon something. Yeah, Otto Salomon. And the guy, he had another guy who was like his adoptive father, kind of, named August Abrahamson, who was like the rich dude who was financing the whole project, I guess you could say.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Heard there first. Woodworking to save the world.
pretty much. This gay loves wood. Well, it's funny you say that. The mansion was home to quite a few different people throughout history. One of them was Selma Lagerlöf, who lived there with her lesbian lover for a period of time, temporarily. She didn't live there permanently.
Wow, Selma Lagerlöf was a lesbian.
Yeah, or what's the word? Gynosexual. I believe she had a husband, or at least her lover had a husband who died. Oh no, I think Selma also had a husband, and the love affair was in secret.
No. I was gonna ask, like, if it. I mean, was it legal back then, or was she just too famous to not be affected by it?
No one. It wasn't a public. It wasn't a public affair. They were just. I mean, there's the meme, right, of Sappho and her friend, Sappho and her friend, but like, they were just like, oh, they're very close gal pals who live together, and they write books and like read each other's books and criticize each other's books and stuff, and they're like, oh, they're just author pals, just girl boss authors who write books for each other and poems and live in the same house and share the same bed. Nothing gay about that.
Exactly. They're just cuddling naked in front of the fireplace. That's completely normal.
No, that's a very heterosexual thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, generally people at the time, there were probably rumors, but no, there weren't really any scandals, I don't think.
No. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
You really need to start learning how to drink coffee.
I can drink coffee,
You just choose not to.
Yeah. It's gonna, like, they had at a charity store, like, a coffee makers. They're pretty, I mean, they weren't cheap. Like, they were really, like, fancy coffee makers. And I need something to drip water through a filter into a container. Like, I don't need anything with like a blue screen and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, was it expensive? It was at the charity shop, right?
I mean, more than I was willing to pay for it. I mean, it
Oh,
probably was substantially less than the person bought it for, right?
Mm.
But it was still like 250, 300 kroners, right? Which was like,
I mean, you could just get some coffee filters, put coffee filters like directly in a mug or like in a strainer above a mug, and then pour hot water into the coffee filter with coffee in the filter. You could just do it that way.
true.
Takes a bit, I mean, longer, because you can't just fill the whole thing up and then leave it. Like, you'll have to pour a bit in and then leave it for a bit and then pour a bit more in.
Or
Bit more of a
just
hassle.
do what my girlfriend does and drink Turkish coffee. Just dissolves into the water.
It's like freeze dried or instant
No.
coffee, or
Well,
I don't know.
I don't
Turkish
know.
coffee
I
is.
just know that Turkish coffee, like as it's done in like traditionally in Turkey, it goes into the water. It's not.
Fine ground, I guess.
Yeah, it's supposedly really strong too.
So we can
But
get
yeah, she-
I mean, yeah, I imagine it would be strong. You can get a French press. It's you fill it, you put coffee in it, you put hot water in it, and then you wait for
push
a
it
bit,
down.
and then press it down, and it separates coffee from the water.
Yeah, I could. I don't know.
Those are not very expensive. They sell them at IKEA.
I'd have to go to Malmö for IKEA, and I'm not going to Malmö for
Well,
IKEA.
you could probably find them somewhere else. I just said one place where they sell them.
No, that's the only place.
Only one store in the world that sells
Yeah.
French press coffee, and that's IKEA.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna. Okay, it works. Let's see. Gotta send Ben a message
What are you telling Ben?
to not raid you.
No? Why not?
Oh, well, kind of. I'll tell you in a moment.
Why isn't the Swedish Left Party a member of the European Left Party like the Communist Party of France or the Left Party in Germany? No, they are. The Left Party is a member of the Nordic Green Left Alliance in the EU.
Yeah. No, I was because Miss Nixa is on right now, and if she's still on when he raids out, I told him he should raid Miss Nixa.
What's Miss Nixa doing?
She's just playing Stardew Valley, but she's trying to get affiliate.
Oh.
So she's just in there alone right now. I hate seeing people sitting alone in stream. It makes my heart break.
Hmm.
Plus, she mods a lot for Ben, so that's the least he can do.
The Left Alliance, but not the European Party. They still go into the EU Parliament as an independent party. You there?
I don't know.
I'm not. What's the difference between being a member of the Nordic Green Left Alliance and being a member of them as a political party? Because I don't know. Are they just like an observer in the alliance or something? But they don't represent the party in the EU Parliament?
I don't know. Is it something because they're anti-EU, so they do this thing? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I don't see why it really matters. They probably vote with the Left Alliance on every, on everything. Can't imagine there's much they disagree with each other about. Only one. It's only one representative of the Swedish Left Party in the EU Parliament. It's Malin Björk. She's good.
Old
She's
Malin.
left-wing. There are European parties which undermine the independence of the parties and go there combined, like the European Greens, Volt, etc. Volt isn't. Volt is like I mean, they have political parties in every like European Union member country, and like they see themselves as like one big political party that has branches in every EU or like most EU countries, and then they're elected, and then that party could be a part of an alliance, I guess. But I'm not sure I'm still not sure what the... Because you can't vote for the Nordic Green Left Alliance. Like, there isn't a European left party like that. Like, the Nordic Green Left is an alliance of political parties, not a political party in and of itself. But as a member of the Nordic Green Left Alliance, the Left Party does represent them in the parliament. Because they are a full member of the Nordic Green Left. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Jake.
Yep, I have no idea, but I don't know much about that stuff.
Politics?
Yeah, it's foreign to me. No, but like European electoral, not really my thing.
Yes, Leipold Garrix. This is in Germany.
Yep. Still no steam locomotive.
There isn't one. DB is the national rail. Is DB owned 51% by the government? 100% owned by the Federal Republic. I'm getting conflicting reports here. I have two Germans in chat and they can't seem to agree what proportion of DB.
Fight. Start yelling at each other in German.
Yeah. It's the whole new public management thing where like things that were managed by the government turn into private businesses even if they're still owned by the government, and they should compete in the free market as a government business. It's like the most half-assed is like trying to find a middle ground between neoliberalism and social democracy, but it just doesn't work. Like it just doesn't make the servers better. It doesn't make the prices go down. Like it doesn't benefit anyone. Yeah, fewer trains, more expensive tickets. It's like, of course, public transport is not one of those things that should run on like profit motive. Well, yes, it does benefit the private owners. Magoki is telling you to moderate in Ben's chat.
Yeah, I know, I am. I don't know, is it this saboteur person?
Mm-hmm. Damn, Grom is working 2 jobs right now. Like a single mother.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting Microsoft Flight Simulator, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And just like actually learning how to fly a plane in a virtual simulation. Those things, like, if you want, you can make them like ridiculously realistic.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool to just like get Flight Simulator and then you know start off in like the, what are they called, those little planes, the starter planes that all the new pilots get, Cessnas.
Yeah, Cessnas, it's, yeah, it's like...
And then, yeah, you know, just starting off learning how to fly those and then just gradually fly more and more complicated planes.
How much is it?
It's like $60.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I know. It's an investment.
Could you technically fly 2 people in the same plane?
What do you mean?
Like, one is a co-pilot and the one is the captain.
Maybe. There is multiplayer. I don't
Yeah,
really
I know.
how
I've
that
seen
works.
multiplayer, but it seems like everybody's just flying on the same thing, right? But it would be cool if like, well, let's say we played it and like you flew it, and I would be like the co-pilot or whatever, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's $60. It's ridiculous. Is there no like?
Can you Google Microsoft Flight Simulator Copilot?
Yeah.
I was gonna do it myself, but I have to stop at this station.
Doesn't look like it. People want it though. Maybe I think there is
There a petition?
mods and stuff that do it.
Okay. And multitask. I'm like doing like 6 things at the same time right now.
You are?
Well, yeah. Like
Yeah, I'm modding Ben's chat. There's tons of mods in there. I don't know what I specifically had to swing my sword around.
I don't know. Makoki just needed backup, I guess.
Oh, my Goki is not modding in Ben's chat.
Wasn't Magoki the one to tell you to go mod?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But like Haley, Chai, Miss Nixa, Ashleen, they're all in there now, so
They're all just lurking.
apparently.
Oh, hi, Kronos.
I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on my stream,
Yeah.
and everybody in stream was just making up horse name puns for communist leaders. Like the whole stream.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds about right.
Like Ho Chi Mare and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hi, Logan.
Hello, Logan.
We kind of sort of did a podcast episode together. A while ago, though. I didn't participate much in the conversation, but my co-host at the time, Julia, was a big fan.
Of me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Although I have a slight fear that I might be mixing up this KF Logan with someone else with a very similar name. But I'm pretty sure it's this KF Logan. I hope it is. That would be... Okay, good. That would be embarrassing otherwise. If I was just like, oh hey, I did a podcast episode with you. And then you're like, wait, what? Okay.
Oh, and they named Funny Man. Pasta came up with a name. So those
gromlin?
little... Yeah, gromlins. They're little gromlins now.
I don't know. I still like Funny Man.
I'm waiting for an emote to get approved, and I don't think it will get approved, but it's taken a long time now. It's almost been 24 hours.
What's the emote?
I posted it in Vanguard.
Oh, the sock them thing?
Yeah.
I think I tried to add the bourgeois pig from like the Soviet propaganda, and it was rejected for being political.
Apparently, it's like there is one approver person that is quite base that let through a lot of the things, according to some. So they said to just keep uploading it.
Yeah.
Yes, Trotsky was one that people came up with. The horse name.
This one maybe.
Yeah, Ne Guevara. Oh my god, is people starting here now? Literally 2 hours of this yesterday. Yeah, I know Castbox is. I'm a mod for Castbox. I don't like. It's just I don't really watch Castbox very much, but I was there when they started streaming.
I was there 80 years ago.
Yeah. I was there.
Let's see. We're going to Aachen. W. Train. Lights. No, that's a configuration. B. Status. This. Ah, it's this. Of course it is. S. Aha. German.
All right, Germans, tone down the national pride a little bit. I'm joking. This is where Aachen is where Janke lives.
Oh.
I don't know, Victory. It's just I don't want to I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, if you know that they don't like jokes and sarcasm, maybe don't do it. Don't do it.
I feel like I'm missing something. Ah. There's that.
Okay, we got like 3 Germans in chat right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, do you know what's being released soon? I don't know when it was. Which, not gonna lie, looks pretty dope. In a really, it is upcoming. When does it come out? 10th of August, in 3 days. Lawnmower Simulator comes out.
Nice.
You run your own lawn mowing business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you can drive Swedish. Stiga is Swedish, right?
I don't know. I don't know the lawnmower brands, unfortunately.
Pretty sure Stiga is Swedish. Yep, it is. It's confirmed Swedish.
It's great. I'm excited. I bet it's not an acid flipper.
What?
An acid flipper.
What's an acid flipper?
It's a game where you go to the Unity store and you buy a bunch of assets. You throw them together in the Unity Game Maker thing, and then you sell it and you make a profit.
Actually, no. It looks pretty well done, to be honest. It's one of the... I mean, simulator games are usually quite limited, but it actually looks like not a meme game or like an acid flipper, right? Like, it actually looks looks decent.
Wearing the wrong hat. Do German train drivers have hats? I don't think Swedish train drivers wear hats.
No, they don't. They have a uniform, though. It's like a vest and white shirt.
Yeah. They should get to wear those like old-timey pilot's outfits. You know, with the suit and the captain's hat.
Yeah.
No, ice drivers have hats, but Regio don't. That's unfair. Everyone should get hats. This is my belief. Every profession should get to have a hat. I don't know what happened to humanity where, like, I don't know, the 1950s came around and we all just collectively stopped wearing hats. But I think it's high time we bring back hats.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a hat that they can wear. Like, hats are just so convenient. It's a clothes that you wear on your head. What's not to love?
Yeah. To hide that you're going bald.
Yeah, that too. Why does everyone no one wears hats anymore? Why? It's all like white button-up shirts, vests. Boring. I want hats.
Heard it here first. The Shura wants to bring back the fedora.
No, just hats. Just in general. Like bakers and chefs. I mean, like chef's hats kind of exist, you know? But they also serve a function. But, you know, like pilot hats and train driver hats, and teachers should get to wear those caps things. I mean, in Sweden we got studentmössor, but teachers don't wear those. We could have those. We could just make that the uniform. All teachers have to wear those hats.
You can take the initiative and wear them.
I might. Watch me.
I mean, the kids will think you're a total weirdo, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, the first person to do it is gonna be a weirdo. But, you know, that's how all revolutions start. People thought Lenin was a weirdo for wanting to overthrow the Tsar. But, you know, he did it, and he set the initiative, and then people were like, you know what, this is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That's how the Russian Revolution happened.
Yeah, exactly how Lenin himself overthrew the Tsar.
Yeah, people thought he was a real hipster.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at this guy. He doesn't want there to be a Tsar in war. Wow, okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever, dude. Yep.
Like, who were the first people to start taking off their hats?
I don't know. Maybe it was at the end of World War II, right? When the Victory Day, everybody threw off their hats and then they couldn't find their own hat again.
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh well.
No, that makes sense. So many people live right now? Yeah, that's the problem with streaming during this time slot. It's very lucrative. I don't always want to stream in the morning, or not morning, but noon. Sometimes I want to fucking, I don't know, sleep until noon. You know?
I don't always want to wake up early at noon.
Well, sometimes I fucking, you know, we sit in the Vanguard voice chat and we talk until fucking 5 a.m. And then it's like, yeah, I do want to sleep until noon actually, because I've stayed up all night.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, gotta stream tomorrow. Gotta play Train Simulator. It's so hard.
Yeah. Have to clock in for your job. Train Simulator.
Real train drivers, they start driving at like 6 a.m.
I was early on that.
Well,
I think the first trains start going at like 4 a.m. here.
yeah.
There's only like a short break, right? Like they stop going around 1 a.m. and then they start back up around 4 or 5.
Yeah, and it's all just one guy who does the whole shift.
It's true.
So he drives the train from 2 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Yeah, he sleeps between the stations when he drives the train.
Yeah.
Gets those power naps in.
I mean, these trains these days, they're so modern, they can basically drive themselves.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not.
No, I don't really know either. Like, that's the real technology we should be investing in instead of self-driving cars. Should have self-driving trains. Let's get those camera things and the image recognition. Get them to learn how to see if there's a cow on the trail tracks.
Yeah.
And if it's like the algorithm is like, oh, there's a cow right there, then you hit the brakes. That's basically all you gotta do. Everything else is just like a, you know, procedure, or like, first you hit this button, then you hit that button, then you hit that button. It can all be automated very easily.
You can have trained drone drivers.
And what?
Trained drone drivers. No, but realistically, right? Like, if you did have like automated trains, you'd probably have one person like keeping an eye on like 9 or 10 trains.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. And then you can fire those pesky government workers who drain the coffers.
It's true.
Kick them out on the streets. You don't gotta waste tax dollars on them anymore.
Yep.
Trams are a bit different though, because trams require you to constantly be paying attention to everything around you.
Yeah, but if you can automate cars, you can automate trams.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you can.
Maybe. Like, be way easier to automate a tram than it would an automate a car, right? Because the car needs to be able to steer and stuff like that,
Yeah.
as well as keeping an eye on traffic, right? The tram just needs to keep an eye on traffic.
Yeah. I guess. The thing about trams is like there aren't really any like commonly understood rules when it comes to trams. Like no one follows like the traffic rules, the traffic laws around trams. It's all just like you people just go and drive in front of trams randomly and I don't know, expect them to just be able to stop.
Yeah. Aren't there automated subway trains? Probably.
I know that there are automated trains that go from like airports to you know toward the city, like those airport shuttle trains, carts, things.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only go from the airport to like the first like train station or metro station, and then you get off there and then you can get on a real train.
A real train, huh?
City wanted to automate our monorail, but drivers didn't like the idea. Well, I can't. Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Playing postport. Yeah, exactly. Guess where we're going. Don't look in the top left of the screen.
I think we're going to Orm. That's just a guess.
Damn, how'd you know?
Just good at this game.
And German geography.
Yeah, I recognize that tree over there.
That's skillful.
Yeah.
Mr. Handsome, can you tell us some fun trivia about Horam?
Yeah. Who lives there?
The president.
Yes.
Who is the current president of Germany? Is it still that one guy? Old dude with the white hair who wears a
The tiny
suit.
mustache.
No, he doesn't have a mustache. He wears a suit. Frank-Walter Steinmeier. Yeah, that sounds like the German president.
Yeah. FWS. Good old FWS.
Of course, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him. Hang on, let me
I mean, I do.
Frank-Walter
That's
Steinmeier.
the...
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah. I know him.
That's the
I know.
chancellor.
No, he's the president.
But Angela Merkel is the chancellor.
Yes, she is. Everyone knows that.
Yes, but I mean they don't know that there's a difference, like how, you know, Finland has a prime minister and a president.
Yeah. Ireland does too.
Yeah. They have a prime minister and a chancellor, or a chancellor and a president.
Yes.
But the chat is asking, oh my god.
America has a president and a Senate majority leader. Although Senate majority leader isn't really the head of government, but
No.
a little bit, kind of. U.S. president is a combined head of state and head of government.
Really, Ashley?
What?
He seemed like such a nice fella.
Yeah. I thought, wasn't he, you know, Fidel Castro's son or something?
No.
Thought he was a communist.
He's like 245 years old. Well,
Kronos is Kronos from Czechia?
yeah. What, are you gonna say if he was Romania? Are you sure he's not a vampire?
What? No.
Oh, president is a vampire. It is Dracula, yes.
I think the only thing I know about the Czech president is that he said something transphobic, and like said something in support of like the fucking prime minister in Hungary. What's his name? I forget.
I don't know.
Oh my god, what's the fucking guy's name? The fucking dictator dude in Hungary.
Hungary. It is... No, that's not it. Do they have
Viktor Orban.
Yeah, Viktor Orban.
That was it.
It's the prime minister. They also have the
What?
president is Janos Oder.
Yeah, but the Hungarian president doesn't really do anything, I don't think.
No.
Same as in Austria, and Germany, and everywhere else. It always felt a little bit silly to like make a point of having a president, but then not letting the president do anything. It's like you could just not have a president. You could just have a prime minister.
Exactly. What's the point in having a king that's not allowed to do anything? Why have a king then?
I mean, sort of, yeah. I don't think we should have a king.
Wow. So you're siding with the fucking communists that were like chanting outside my window? God damn
Yeah,
it.
I am.
Yeah, no, of course, right? Like, but a lot of Swedish communists just puts way too much weight on like abolishing the monarchy. I think, like just really going out there campaigning hard on like getting rid of the king, and it's like there is better things to do. I'm sorry.
No, this is the most pressing issue we have.
Yeah. It's
know.
like
I mean,
at this
like-
point, their family is just like a tabloid sales point, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what they do. That's their job.
You see that Tucker Carlson went to Hungary recently just to worship that dictator. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right for Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, if Tucker Carlson lived in the 30s, he would have fucking gone to Germany on a state visit and talked about how like clean the streets were or whatever. Like, oh, there's no
he'd
crime
probably,
here.
He'd
It's-
probably be the ones that were called back to defend the fatherland.
Yeah. Oh, we're supposed to represent the nation. Oh, it's just a very old, racist, transphobic white guy. Well, that does represent the nation. I mean, at least the nation's policies. For the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I'm not even sure what that means. Like, represent the nation. How? No one even, like, no one gives a shit. Like, no one
No,
thinks about what the president is doing.
just like for the whole diplomatic thing of like, you know, visiting foreign dignitaries and receiving foreign dignitaries, like that kind of bullshit that just really doesn't matter. It's just this,
It's a
you
lot
know,
of government people circle jerking each other.
yeah,
Like,
basically.
oh yes, we are so very important. Oh, let me visit your castle. Oh, I will visit your castle. Oh, we'll have fancy dinners and shake hands. Oh yes, let's sign this agreement that says we're both so great. Basically what diplomacy is.
It's true.
Like,
That's
what's the
what it
point
is.
of diplomacy if you literally have two figureheads meeting each other? Like, they can't even do anything. Like, oh, the president of Czechia and the president of Germany meet each other, and they're like, oh, we're gonna continue working together. We're gonna be very great friends moving forward. Neither of us have any powers, so we can't actually, like, enforce any of what we're saying right now, but we all both agree that we're gonna, you know, be great friends. And then the actual prime minister, like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you too. I'm gonna sanction you. I'm gonna sanction you back. The presidents are just like, oh no, we love each other. Our countries are great.
Yeah.
So
True.
useless.
Yep. It's just kind of like this, I don't know, this ridiculous decorum that's in liberal politics, right? That's just, it's the same in like governments, right? But at a smaller scale, not as an international scale, right? It's the same thing there, like keeping up the decorum between the opposition parties. And that's why you have like fucking Democrats in America right now basically saying that, oh no, we can't do anything if we don't get the permission from our opposition, which is like ridiculous. And it's the same thing that's like, oh no, we can't jail our presidents because they're war criminals, because that we just don't do that, right?
Yeah. We have to look forward, not backward.
Yeah. And that's why optics is so fucking pointless, because it's like the only optics. I mean, it leads into that kind of like with the whole optics and people talking about optics all the time, right? But optics is like basically the establishment will only allow you to have a voice if it like applies to the status quo, right? And what good is it then? We're trying to get rid of the status quo.
Isn't immigration in Hungary extremely restricted? Yes, it is. You don't
Oh,
like,
really? It is?
Yeah, they don't like foreigners. Especially brown people. Did you...
Train. Well, that's all well and good, because I don't like Hungarians, okay?
Wow. Don't you know Hungarians are a minority in Romania?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There are Hungarians who live in Romania.
Yeah.
So they're a minority there.
There's probably Hungarians that live in Sweden, too.
Yeah, but not a historic community.
How do you know?
Because they aren't recognized.
Wow. So the state of Sweden has to recognize who's allowed to be a minority within its borders. That seems kind of cringe.
The criteria is that a community has lived within the Swedish borders for 100 years. And I don't think there's been a community of Hungarian speakers in Sweden for 100 years.
I don't know. You don't know what history is erased.
You're right about that. I don't know the history that's not written in the history books.
Yeah, I mean, history is written by the winners, right? So of course we're not going to hear about the great Hungarian-Swedish War of Jämtland.
When Hungary tried to invade and take over a random province in northern Sweden, no people in it.
Oh, Jämtland is in the north. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds northern.
You don't even know where it is.
Of course, I couldn't even name all the regions in Sweden if somebody quizzed me. Like, you know.
I mean, the actual like the official political administrative regions are just like Västernorrland, like Western Northland. Like it's all just like west, east, south, you know. But then you also have the historical leftover from the feudal days.
Yeah. And those are the ones I don't. It's like Skåne, Blekinge, Halland, Småland.
That's the ones you know.
Västra Götaland. Östergötland.
You're just saying west and east.
No, Östergötland.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, no, you know the one that's the same as the other one, but the different cardinal direction.
Yeah. Södermanland, Uppland, Dalarna. I'm sure I've missed one there.
Yeah.
Värmland.
Mm.
Now I feel like I've missed one. I've gone past one. Haven't I?
You have.
It is something V, right? No.
Well,
Wait, don't tell me.
who knows?
Don't tell me. Where is you know where fucking Robert Gustafsson's from?
I don't actually.
Shit, but it's that one. So it's the Robert Gustafsson one, right? And I've said Dalarna, right? Närke. So, Öland or Gotland, of course. There we go. I still forgot those. Why blew past those? So Värmland is there. And then the rest is just Lapland, I'm sure. How do I do?
I didn't count.
Wow.
But you missed. Yeah, you missed quite a few.
Oh, now I gotta look up.
Got let's see, you said Blekinge, Dalarna, Gotland. Did you say
I didn't
Gävleborg?
say
Gävleborg,
is that?
Jämtland, Jönköping, Kronoberg, Norrbotten.
No, of course I didn't say any of those. I didn't say Bohuslän, Dalsland. I forgot that one.
Västerbotten, Västernorrland, Västmanland.
Yeah, that's all just Lapland, okay? Let's not pretend it's anything else.
That's pretty colonialist of you.
What do you
only
mean?
know-
Lapland is literally the indigenous area.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's Samiland, Sapmi. Lapland is
That's it.
colonizer name for it.
Oh.
If you had said Sapmi, then maybe, arguably, but you still would have missed some areas that are not Sapmi.
Well, of course I don't know, like Gästrikland, Hälsingland, Medelpad, yeah, Västerbotten, Norrbotten, Ångermanland. See, but like what I missed down here, right, was Närke. Well, I did say Närke. I missed Västmanland and Dalsland and Bohuslän.
Hmm. Yeah, those are the landskap. I was looking at the land.
Oh no, I was looking at I was talking about landskap. the whole time.
Well, then yeah, you did miss quite a few.
No, no, Mr.
Jämtland,
Hansen.
Ångermanland, Västerbotten, Norrbotten, they're not really usually considered the historical Sápmi region.
No, Mr. Hansen, there's more than the Sami.
Yeah. There's is it 5 or is it 6? You
I
got
don't know.
Yiddish, Romani, Menkeli, Sami. Is that it? Yiddish, Menkeli.
There's what I thought there was one other one with that other language as well. Or no?
The other one with the other language?
Wasn't there like 2 other languages up north? That's like minority languages.
Oh, Finnish as well. Finnish, Menkeli, Sami, Romani Chib, and Yiddish.
Yeah.
And Swedish Sign Language. Well, that's
And
not
Danish.
not officially a minority language, but it's similar. It has a similar legal status, but it's not necessarily included as a minority language for some reason.
Oh. Sweden.
But yeah, Sami is recognized as a minority language, even though I think there are 5 separate Sami languages in Sweden. But I think they're all just like under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Man, no one is riding my train. Only like 2 people here. Germany recognizes Danish. Wow.
Yeah.
Not even we do that.
Danish is not a language, it's a series of guttural sounds.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's a state of mind. I'm catching Pokemon, so I'm trying to catch a 3-star Ghastly. It's kind of a pain.
Because they know that you're the conductor. What have I done? What have I done? That's so bad.
Everything. It's your fault.
What?
It's your fault. It's
Ah.
all your fault.
What is
Wait,
this
why
guy
is he
staring
there?
at me?
He's gonna murder you. He's like, I know my wife's in there. Take care, Mr. Hansen.
Mr. Hansen. It's like I closed the door right before he got on. And he just like walked up to the window. He's like, "Thank you. How dare you? I'm just gonna get on."
Yeah.
I was just about to get on. Close the fucking door in your face.
Yeah.
I'll find you. Find out where you live.
I know where this train is going.
To hell.
Well, no, he knows the actual destination, so you know where you'll be.
Well, yeah, but how's he gonna get there?
Taxi.
I could drive faster than a taxi.
I don't know. It depends on traffic, I guess.
What? No.
Maybe,
Right.
I don't know, get on the Autobahn. Maybe you have to stop, right? You can just keep going.
I guess.
Defeated by facts and logic.
Sounds like anti-train propaganda to me.
Yeah. Ben's watching train videos right now.
Yes.
I watched this. So there's this rail line, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like it goes across Australia, right? And like it's like I was trying to figure out who the fuck would like go on it, right? Because it's like we'll figure out it's the same people who go on cruises, right? So it's like really old people.
Yeah.
But like it was ridiculously expensive, right? Like for the best suite in there, right? Which wasn't like super fancy in my opinion, like compared to like if you'd get the best suite on like on a cruise, right? But it was like $10,000.
So it actually goes like through the outback?
Yeah,
Or does
yeah,
it
yeah.
go, like
It goes from like Sydney to Perth
like through via the coast?
via the coast, yeah.
Okay.
And it's like it takes like 4 days, and
Yeah.
because the train is almost like a kilometer long, and they do stops, right, for tours, right? So it's kind of like a cruise but on land, but like
Yeah.
it just felt like such an outdate. Like people have that kind of money, like why wouldn't they just go on something just way more fancy? I mean, like as I said, a cruise, right, would be much more fancier, and I would consider worth more than money. I mean, I wouldn't go on a cruise, but do you know what I mean? Like, it was just so weird. Like, fucking rich people and their money, they don't know how to spend their money properly.
Yeah.
But it was just so strange, right? And it was this kind of like, you know, the stuff to do on the train, like they had like communal areas where people sat and chatted to each other and stuff like that. It's like, I don't want that. Why would I want to sit there and chat to a bunch of like old rich people, right? Like,
Why
for
would you
4
want to
days.
go to Perth?
I don't know.
Why would anyone want to go to Perth?
Yeah, but it's not about getting from point A to B, right?
Yeah.
It's the journey, right?
I mean, it's like Australia is like the same size as the continental US, right? So taking the train from Sydney to Perth is like going from New York to LA.
Yeah, but the train's pretty slow too.
Yeah.
It only does like 110 kilometers.
Yeah. I know, but like it's like there are people who would take that journey for the purpose of getting from point A to point B, just not on that particular train.
No.
But like you could do like a high speed thing, like China has done from Beijing to Sichuan.
Yeah.
Xinjiang.
Xinjiang.
Sichuan is a different province in the south.
Szechuan.
And Yunnan and Shaanxi, Shanghai.
Starting to see a theme
What?
in the Chinese language.
Not really a language, more of a language family? Yeah.
No.
Like
It's a
Indo-European.
No. I refuse.
You refuse to recognize that there are different Chinese languages.
Yeah.
Everyone just speaks Mandarin.
Yeah, I'm gonna start yelling Cantonese at people who speaks Mandarin.
Just convinced that they're mutually intelligible.
Yeah.
I know you can understand me.
You guys are doing this on purpose.
Like a French person coming to Sweden,
Yeah.
insisting on speaking French and being frustrated that no one can understand them.
Yeah. I'll be like, oui, oui, je m'appelle Tobias, j'ai 14 ans. J'habite Suède. Oui,
Mhm.
oui. Ça va?
Ça va. Et tout?
Très bien, très bien.
Bon.
Tabarnak. There we go. That's all I know. Hello, Kay.
Parles-tu anglais?
9.
Oh, allemand.
No, you've surpassed me. I know, un cheval. There we go. That's a horse right there.
Je n'ai pas le bon français.
I don't know what you're saying.
I tried, well, that was my attempt at saying I don't speak French good, or I don't speak good French.
Oh.
But I don't know if that was actually, if it was grammatically correct, but I think the meaning should come across. Comrade Gomer.
No, I was going to bed around that time. Why? What happened?
Wow, you don't know?
No.
Gave out free bagels to everyone in chat. You missed it.
Oh no.
I should do that. Give
And
away.
a bagel. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in chat, you can like use a code on a website and they will ship a bagel to you.
Get a sponsorship. That would be cool. Horrible for the environment, but you know.
It's all shipped from like South Africa.
Yeah.
On cargo planes.
Yeah. Get one stale ass bagel in like 2 weeks. Just like the stream, but I have thoughts and questions. Yeah, like Comrade, I don't know much about Gomer. It seems to, when I've been talking, Gomer seems to agree with what I'm saying, but I don't know. I mean, I think Gomer is like a Marxist-Leninist, and a good one. But what's your questions?
Good Marxist-Leninist, that's an oxymoron right there.
Oh my god.
I think you mean good at being a bootlicker, maybe.
You gotta stop hanging out with anarchists.
Got him.
Got him good. Oh, Ben showed your Fortnite video on stream today.
Why would you do that?
Because I told him to.
It's so shit.
It's awesome. It is so good. I was in the military.
Alright, hang on. I guess we gotta put it on stream.
Yeah, do it. It's so good.
Let's see.
So like
Let's see if I can do this without fucking anything up.
Oh no, everything's broken.
Okay. It's like 5 seconds long, or 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
So, like, I play Fortnite, right? I play Fortnite. It's like being in the military, right? It's like being in the military, right? I was the military.
That's it.
So good.
So stupid.
I asked about if he thought we should try change laws and policies while also working towards communism. He said yes, if working on issues with communists, but I feel like that's not always possible, and we should always try to change laws now since we don't know when we will achieve communism. Yeah, I mean, it all goes back to like the essential thing, right? About how the bourgeois state functions, right? The bourgeois state's function is there to maintain the bourgeois system, right? So you can alleviate pressures of capitalism within the bourgeois state apparatus, right? But you will never make any systematic change, right? So the only thing you can do by improving kind of like the conditions in the bourgeois state is basically offsetting the pressure that capitalism has on the populace on other people, right? So, that's essentially what social democracy is about, which is what this kind of alleviating of like the pressures on that the capitalists have on the people living under capitalism, right? Especially in the West, right? They just offshoot the suffering onto someone else. So that is all you're going to achieve within the bourgeois system, right? Like those changes will be concessions, right? And those concessions are there to de-radicalize the people so that they will be less likely to rebel against the system, right? So, sure, you want to do things like that will of course, right? Like if we're looking at right now, like the people of color are being like killed by the police in America, right, and so on. That is something that's like a direct threat to a portion of the population, right? So of course you stand behind like just defund the police and abolish it and stuff like that. But that isn't like, I would say, doing that within the bourgeoisie political system, right? Changing the policies and laws around that. It's not like revolutionary. It's not a stepping stone to lead into revolution, right? It is there to alleviate pressure for a certain group that's facing under capitalism, right? But we, of course, want socialism, and within the West, the most important thing that we can do is get rid of imperialism, because imperialism is the thing that is keeping us from having socialism, right? Does that make sense?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, of course. You're always right.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, also just like consider it on an individual level, like who are the people that are gonna overthrow capitalism? It's not gonna be the capitalists, it's gonna be poor people. How are poor people gonna overthrow capitalism when they're dying from a lack of healthcare? Like, you can't fight the system if you're, living paycheck to paycheck and starving to death, or like you can't afford your medical bills and you gotta work 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Hard to start a political revolution under those conditions, right? So yeah, it's concessions. It's not revolution to just implement a few reforms, but it's not like it serves a purpose beyond just the inherent value of human life.
Yeah. But so it is best to do things as much as you can outside of like the bourgeoisie democratic structure, right? That's why like things like mutual aid and stuff like that is not dependent on the bourgeois state, right, is important.
Yeah. Don't become too reliant on like representatives fighting for you, right? Because representatives in representative democracies, ultimately the system changes them, right? It's not you who's going to change the system, it's the system that's going to change you.
Well, what is it like? What are you referring to? I mean,
no, I mean like,
no, to Kate was saying. I guess what I'm questioning to myself is what I'm working on is a waste of time. Is what I'm working on a waste of time, right?
Yeah, disagree with Ben having run for office. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't really around when Ben was running for office or anything like that, so I don't know why he was running or what he was gonna do or what he thought he was gonna do. To me, I feel like I don't know how much he actually could have achieved doing that. And I think organizing on a community level, doing grassroots political organizing, can push for change a lot better than getting elected, electing a single person to like a city council or to any like organization, like any part of the state, right? You can use electoralism in your strategy, but it shouldn't be the be all and end all. Like, for example, people who I think it's a mistake to get too attached to politicians like AOC or people of the the Justice Democrats or whatever, the squad, and just kind of expecting them to solve everything, and that, well, they're elected, or like I'll when they're up for re-election I'll campaign for them, but in the meantime like they've got this, right? Like, you can't place too much trust, even if it's a politician that you really trust and a politician you really like, that more often than not says correct things and has good policies. You can't give up your own voice and just completely rely on a representative being on your side, because they're incentivized to not be on your side. Like, even if there are like very principled people who get elected to office from time to time and they really stand by what they believe in. I mean, look at Bernie Sanders. Like, he's extremely principled, but he's also been a senator for 500 years. And like, it's like like how single drops of water can like make stalactites in caves, like slowly over time it breaks people down. It forces them to do compromises. It forces them to change their stances. It changes the mindset that they're in, because it changes their environment and the kinds of people that they're around and who they're talking to, the kinds of information that they have access to. It does change people, right? And that's by design. Especially the American system is like open, like it's not like it's some like secret. Like, it was created to stifle radicalism. That was like one of the purposes of the American system of government. Like, the way the Constitution is structured, the way that the Congress works and the presidency works, it's all created to make radicalism less possible, to force everyone into compromise, into moderate, slow change over time. That's how the system was set up to work, like, and it's how it does work. So I sometimes see people who are kind of new into leftist politics, and I just feel that sometimes people can get a little bit too attached to certain politicians. And, you know, I don't want to say it's stan culture or whatever, like, but just, you know, be, even if you're not an anarchist, just be a little bit of an anarchist. You know, don't trust politicians or people in power too much, no matter who they are. Even if it's me, even if I fucking get elected to office, don't trust me with just like unlimited power.
I don't even trust you now, so no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Don't trust me to drive simulated trains. Don't trust me to run the government.
Yeah. Hello, Mama Media. But with the Ben thing, right? Like, when Ben was running, right? That was like right before he was already running when I met Ben, right? And Ben was very much like the just cookie cutter progressive kind of person, right? And I think even Ben has like started to kind of let go of this notion of like how much change can be done, because essentially anything as it was talked about when Ben was running for office, he had these ideas like about the revenue bonds. He still has those ideas, right? But those are all well and good, but as long as they're within the bourgeois system, they're still vulnerable, right? Because the system is there to protect the interest of, for example, developers, investors, like all these kinds of things, right? So they will straight up change the rules anytime, right? Like they don't have any problem doing that, right? So that's why making change within the electoral system becomes weak, right? So it's better to do these things outside of the electoral function, right? And you can probably get much more done as someone, you know, working outside of it, but then also putting pressure on representatives without themselves being involved in it, right? So,
like, especially in America, right? Like running for office takes a lot of time and effort. It takes a lot of people, and it takes a lot of money. And I'm not saying that no one should run for office to try to change things. It's totally possible that things can get done that way. But I think that if you were to spend the same amount of time and money and effort and get as many people involved for a grassroots political organization, you know, putting pressure on politicians in like that you would have spent on an election campaign, I think you can ultimately get more done. Because like any reform that gets pushed through Congress or the Senate or you know, even state legislatures, state congresses, like any substantial reform that is pushed through doesn't come from out of nowhere. It doesn't spawn spontaneously and get drafted as a bill and then gets voted through. Like any reform that gets pushed through because people have been fighting for that reform on the streets through political organizing outside of the electoral system for probably decades, right?
Yeah. It's like putting money into a representative to get stuff you want done is kind of like going through a middleman, right? Like you're putting in all this money into electing representatives that you hope will represent your interests, right? Instead of putting that money directly into what you want to change, right? So you're just putting money onto the representatives and then, I hope they'll do what I say. Take that money instead, like Ashur said, and just put it directly into what you want to change.
Yeah. To like form an organization in your local area. Like I'm saying this to people who feel like they want to run for office. Instead of running for office, I would urge you to form an organization in your local area focusing on a particular issue, like homelessness, for example, right? And get people involved in the same way that you would get people involved in an election campaign. Only get them involved as volunteers for like a grassroots political organization, and whether it's we pressure politicians into changing laws, like pressuring politicians into making it or not allowing police officers to kick homeless people out of like tent cities and stuff, and not bothering homeless people in general, and then in addition to that, do direct action, actually trying to help some people and get people in your local area involved with the movement, with the organization, and show people that you're actually trying to make a difference, not just running for office saying that you're going to make a difference, but actually like directly making a physical, material difference in the city, right? So get people joining up, supporting you and your effort, and then put pressure on politicians, and that way your voice is going to have quite a lot of sway, because if you are an organization that's well respected in the community, it's going to be hard for the members of your city council or whatever to just completely ignore everything you're saying. So in that way you can have more of a voice as someone outside of the political system than if you had run for office and just gotten a seat at the local city council, because then you would just be one voice of several. But as the leader of an organization, of a grassroots movement, you represent the voices of the people. And if, politicians tend to pay a lot more attention when stuff like that happens.
Yeah. And in a grassroots organization, you don't have to worry about like optics in the same way as like how, for example, AOC has to worry about it, right? Like she has to, because if she was to truly do like push things that she probably wants to, right, then nobody would listen to her. So she has to play the game to be able to have a voice, right? While as if you're outside of the system, you can do essentially whatever, right? Like you don't have to follow this decorum that exists within elected politics.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, was it Miss Nixon? You were saying we should.
Yeah, Miss Nixon. Yeah.
Wait, how do you spell that? I don't know if I follow them.
It's Miss and Niksa, one word.
Niksa. There we go. Alright, we'll raid into Miss Nixon. Time and a place for politicians. No amount of on-the-ground direct action that can deschedule testosterone. There are some things that require you to engage on the minimum with politicians. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I like and that's what I'm saying. Like with an organization that has popular support behind it, you can put pressure on politicians and make demands to politicians much more effectively than if you were just one voice of many on a city council, for example. I'm not saying don't engage with electoralism at all, but I am saying that running for office takes a lot of time and effort, and that time and effort could be spent on direct organizing instead, which I think makes much more concrete of a difference. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. It's a little bit of a shorter stream. We only did an hour and a half, but I mean, fucking get off my back, will you?
Yeah.
I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. I gotta get ready and everything. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. So yeah.
Yep.
But I'll be back. And
Cool.
I think I'm gonna play some City Skylines maybe at some point.
Yep.
Or maybe something else. maybe I'll spend money on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know. It's
Maybe.
expensive.
I'll be streaming tonight in around 4.5 hours.
Oh
And
yeah,
you're all
I might be here.
welcome then.
I might be joining Grom for that as well. So follow Grom.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. And make sure to follow Miss Nixa. She's doing an affiliate push. That would be very helpful. She's a very good mod for Ben.
All right. Thank you everyone for coming in, and see you tomorrow, or see you on Grom's stream later if I'm
Yep.
there, which I think I will. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.